Are you about to make a really costly mistake with your new solar setup? Well, the answer might just lie in a single number, your system voltage. You know, whether you choose 12, 24, or 48 volts, that one decision, it ripples through your entire system. It affects everything from cost and efficiency to performance and, most importantly, safety.
So the real question is, are you ready to make the right call? Because let's be honest, getting this wrong can lead to wasted money, really poor performance, or even, and this is the scary part, genuinely dangerous situations. So we're going to break it all down so you can choose with total confidence.
So why does this one number, voltage, matter so much? Well, because it's the foundation of your entire system. It literally sets the rules for how every single component, from your wires to your inverter, has to play the game.
At its heart, it all comes down to a balancing act. Seriously, think of it like a seesaw. On one side, you've got voltage, and on the other, you've got current. To get the exact same amount of power, when you push that voltage side up, the current side has to go down. It's a simple trade-off, and it's at the core of everything we're about to talk about.
And that brings us to the one core principle that's going to guide this entire discussion. Once you get this simple relationship, I promise, the pros and cons of each system are going to become crystal clear.
This formula right here, I equals P over V, this is the golden key. It shows us that for the exact same amount of power, the watts you need to run your stuff, if you increase the voltage, the current absolutely has to decrease. They're what's called inversely proportional, and that simple fact has massive implications for your entire build.
Okay, to make this real, let's imagine you want to run a 1200-watt microwave. This is a common, pretty power-hungry appliance that'll really put a system to the test. Let's plug that number into our formula and just see what happens at each voltage level. So on a 12-volt system, that microwave is pulling a massive 100 amps of current. I mean, that is a ton of electrical flow. It requires really thick, super expensive copper wires to handle it safely. And if you get that wrong, you're not just risking bad performance, you are risking a fire.
Okay, now let's jump up to a 24-volt system, and you can see the benefit immediately. For the exact same 1200-watt microwave, we've instantly cut the current in half, all the way down to 50 amps. That's a huge improvement, but it's still a very significant electrical load.
And finally, with a 48-volt system, just look at that. The current plummets to just 25 amps. That's a staggering 75% reduction from where we started with the 12-volt system. I mean, this completely changes the game for your entire system design.
Now, this massive drop in current, it isn't just one small benefit. Nope, it actually sets off this powerful and really positive chain reaction that makes almost every other part of your solar setup simpler, cheaper, and way more efficient.
And here's how that domino effect actually works. You start with a higher voltage, right? That forces the current lower. That lower current then lets you use thinner, much more affordable wires. And with less current flowing through those wires, you waste way less of your precious solar energy as heat. It's this cascade of efficiency, and it all starts with that one choice about voltage.
And the good news just keeps coming. Less current means less heat, and heat is the enemy of all electronics. So this reduces the stress on your charge controller and your inverter, which could extend their lifespan. It also dramatically simplifies your battery bank wiring, since you'll need fewer of those tricky parallel connections to manage. Okay, so we've seen the incredible advantages of higher voltage, but how does this all play out in a real head-to-head comparison? Let's break down where each of these three systems really shines. All right, this table lays it all out pretty clearly. A 12-volt system, it's perfect for smaller, simpler setups. Think of van, an RV, or maybe a tiny cabin with just minimal power needs. Now, if you look at the wiring cost row, you'll see it's the highest, but component costs can sometimes be lower. As you move over to 24 and 48 volts, you just see that efficiency climb and the wiring costs plummet. 48-volt systems are, without a doubt, the champion for larger off-grid homes that need to run big loads efficiently. Here's a good rule of thumb. If your needs are under 2,000 watt-hours a day, 12-volt is probably fine. Over 5,000, you should be looking very seriously at 48-volt. But listen, efficiency and cost, they are not the whole picture, not even close. Now we need to talk about the most important factor of all, safety. Because making the wrong choice here doesn't just cost you money, it introduces real physical risk. You see, the crazy thing is, risk exists at both ends of the spectrum. With low-voltage systems like 12V, the big danger is that massive current. Remember those 100 amps? If your wires are even a little bit undersized for that, they can get dangerously hot and become a serious fire hazard. On the other end, with 48V systems, the danger becomes the high voltage itself. DC voltage over 48 volts is a significant shock risk, and you also have to remember that cold weather can cause your panels to output a voltage spike that exceeds your equipment's limits. That's because solar panels actually get more efficient when it's cold, so on a bright, freezing day, they can produce way more voltage than their rating.
So let's be super clear, here are the things you absolutely have to avoid. Never, and I mean never, use undersized wires, fuses, or breakers just to save a couple of bucks. It is not worth it. Always account for those cold weather voltage spikes when you're sizing your charge controller. Treat any DC voltage over 48 volts with extreme respect. And finally, protect your battery investment by making sure they don't get discharged too deeply. That will shorten their life no matter what system voltage you have.
I really want this to stick with you. AC electricity, the kind in your house walls, can sometimes give you a second chance. The DC electricity in these solar systems, it does not. It is unforgiving. You have to get the safety parts right the first time, every single time. There are no do-overs.
Okay, to help you build a system that's actually safe, here is a simple checklist to follow. 1. Always use correctly sized fuses and breakers for your maximum possible current. 2. Use a proper wire gauge chart to select the right wire for the job. 3. Read the manuals and double-check the voltage limits on all of your components. And 4. The most important rule of all, if you are ever unsure about anything, just stop and consult a qualified professional.
So, we've walked through the whole thing. The core principle of voltage and current, that chain reaction of benefits, and the critical safety trade-offs on both sides. The choice between 12, 24, and 48 volts isn't just a random number anymore, right? It's an informed decision based on your specific needs for efficiency, cost, and safety. So the question now is, what will you build?